the mess halls. I keep thinking some of them's faded, but that's the way I remember the island right there. And this is our shell and explosive storage place, and this is our camp area for our camp, you know. Everything was salt, 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 salt. It's looking down toward from the north end of the island. Yeah, these are the warehouses that Mike was putting up. Yeah, for the B-29 engines, replacement engines, and parts for the 51 and 47 fighters. Mike Easters put these up. And what makes them so memorable is that hurricane hit, and he got about half built. The hurricane flattened everything, and he had to go through and straighten stuff out, and I got even mad. But he never talked very much. He'd get a sly grin on his face and bite down on that cigar. But that guy had a brain. He really had a brain. This is wrecked equipment, 3rd Marines. Here's one of the coastal guns and the wrecked U.S. Navy ship, Iwo Jima, and more tanks. The beach debris from the first day landing, yeah. This is what our battalion ended up looking like. That looked almost homey there, didn't it? Okay, and here's behind this tank, your old daddy dug in with his bare hand shovels would have just slowed me down. I mean, we got attached and I'm digging with my hand to get my body out. Laying on my belly, just digging as fast as I can, you know. Yeah, it was truly scary. I said I made a mistake when I took my training, and they showed me. We got into that bayonet training and that machete training. I said, Sergeant, you don't know this, but if you think I'm going to get that close to some son of a bitch to take a swipe at me, you're wrong. So I think he passed the word along, so they sent me to the Pacific because they knew I couldn't swim home. This is a deadly itch of the island. Both dead and wounded literally covered the ground. And this is a Japanese pillbox. Well, I tell you what, I don't know how many of them I killed. I'm not bragging about it, but I killed more in the tunnels than I did on the outside. We'd cut in there and clear it, and we'd find tunnel openings, and we couldn't get them to come out. At night, some of them would come out the openings. And that, I only went into one tunnel. That was at the beginning. They talked me into it. And I didn't have orders to go in, and we went in. And hell, it was just laced with tunnels underneath that whole island. And I was sitting there and thinking, and here come down the trail, come a young Jap. And we were both surprised at each other. But I was thinking with my rifle like this, and he had his rifle down, and that's the only thing that saved my life. I dropped down on him, and that wasn't my mistake. My big mistake was that I sat down by his body, and I went through his personal belongings, and there was a picture of him as a kid, graduating from school and from military school and so forth, and pictures of his family. And that really cut to the quick. That's when I realized all at once that all this bullshit that we go through fighting is caused by people that sit on their fingers with their fingers up their butt. See? And they're being told the same mean, nasty things about us that we're being told about them. That's when I realized that 4 years of this has just been wasted, you know. Yeah, building for the 7th Fighter Command, Oh, Mike had charge of that one. He did a good job, too. He and I used to lay there together and talk and dream, and he says, oh, to get back to just building shit houses again. Here's one of the guns. Now, this is a good picture of Mike with his beard. Area for the junk planes. We use that to get haul the planes down there. Yeah, that's our area again. This is the beer line. And I didn't drink beer, but I drank Coke. And we had cases of warm Coke in bottles. They didn't have cans then because aluminum was too valuable to use. Now this is the north end of the island again, and this is NCB was up there working, leveling for us, dynamiting. I guess maybe I used up maybe 50 cases of dynamiting the entries closed. See, this is another looking out at the pillboxes, and you see way down the road there, Surbachi. Oh, you talking about pillboxes? Here. Now you know what we were up against. Yeah, you can understand why the Navy ships, that stuff just bounced off, so it didn't do any good. Or buried itself in there. This is a pillbox with wrecked torpedoes in front. They're very deadly. Tony Stein won his Medal of Honor here. He was from Dayton, Ohio, Marine, 5th Marines, and he won his Medal of Honor right in that area. He wanted to know if I wanted to win a Medal of Honor. I said, the only honor I want is to live through this son of a gun. And here's my pride and joy. It was with this that I got my ratings. This is the Fleet Officers Club that I built. When it was finally safe for everybody, where nobody was worried about getting shot, my first duty was to build an officers club, and that was one I built on Iwo. 2 of these had put them together, and a third topped it off. So inside, then I ran the bar all the way around on the inside of the ribs. Well, here's a shot. It's pretty fancy. We called it the officers' whorehouse. Mess halls of the 106th and 2nd Section, 8th Battalion. And I take credit for that. Here's our washroom, the most popular place in the business. That we eventually had a can there. Here we are on moving day. Yeah, this is August, just getting ready to ship out to Japan. We were deactivated and transferring into the HNCB, ready to be sent to Japan, yeah. Here's our home train. This is our camp area, work area. And this is some more. That's on the extreme north end of the island where I built those, that's what it was like before I built those, that rock crusher. So you know what we were hard on equipment, boy. I remember this. Link trainer building. Petty officer in charge. When we finished the building, Air Force used it for training. They would let us CBs get in the link trainer and fly in it. The pilots for Air Force flying P-41s or 51s at the time when this was in Europe was over, they sent P-47s in also. Benny Marcus, I got my commander's name right down at the bottom. He was proud of that. Oh, we got Redmond mahogany in there by the boatload. But I used more of that over in Guadalcanal and through there what little I did over there. This is April and June. This is our men and CBs in our unit. Oh yeah, here's our gun ports that we put up for invasion in case the Japanese Navy got interested in us again. Shores looking south, taken just before we headed for Japan. And you know, after we left the island, some of them still were alive and dug out.